welcome back to Phoenix Wright's Attorney. Let us continue with the investigation part for this particular and peculiar trial, where we have very, very little evidence of anything. Okay, so we're back at the law offices, and this time we have her, and not the previous individual. So, Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyways? You were there the entire time, I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. Well, he probably died in the evidence room and was dragged to the parking lot. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Yes, by food truck. Well, or lunch truck, I guess. Well, that's what we're gonna find out, or at least try. Alright, let's do it. Aren't you supposed to be like forensics or something? You should be able to figure out a scenario where this is possible. I'm glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these, thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. But these aren't those types of... These are sunglasses. These are... At the most, they're sunglasses. At the least, they're just like novelty glasses. I think they are just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. You haven't done science once yet. It would be nice if you actually did. No, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? An oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they didn't get along, Emma really likes her sister. I don't believe she could have easily kicked over a drum filled with water. That would be so extremely heavy you'd need to use all your force just to push it over. Kicking it over is probably impossible. Yes, I didn't read that. It's just... We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Oh, what's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminol testing fluid. If there's any trace of blood, it'll glow. Oh, luminol? The police should have already done this. Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't police have already done these tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? You're the science. I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. That doesn't change anything. You could still spray the damn ground with the thing. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. You had an extra pair of those things? Perfect. To test for blood reactions, spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Okay. Press enter to spray it on it. Spray on it. Spray. Press enter to spray. Okay, let's find some blood stains. Well, I mean ground. Can we go... Found some. That's where it's supposed to be. I don't think we zoomed in properly. Everything got fuzzy. I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain. Emma, you're shaking. This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, we'll definitely know that it's a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? So how about this stain? Man was standing here, stabbed in the chest, so I don't think the amount is too big of a problem. The location isn't either if he was actually standing here. Because on the bottom of the shoe, there was quite a bit. On top of the shoe was only a few drops. I don't actually know if either of these are necessarily a problem, but I would expect there to be more, so maybe amount. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here. Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be some more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? What, I'm gonna search for more? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. Saved up my allowance to buy that. How much does it cost? And is it possible to just make it and buy the ingredients? To do more science. Okay. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Let us do it. Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Yeah, even though we're a defense attorney and a science student. Not investigators or police or detectives. Guess I should give this spray on anything suspicious. Oh, it's you again. Better spray you. Can I? Can I please? I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star? You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. I don't trust you at all. You done it. This day old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just kind of... lead in doesn't really get my mouth watering? What? That kind of lead in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Do I talk to you? I don't want to. Today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from the security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I don't trust you, not one bit. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? The picture that she took on the other side of the fence of the chief prosecutor standing in front of the car? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened a criminal, when they face me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They blabbed like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. Stop giving stuff. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go or fired? Felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and these prime and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go. I'd still be one today. I don't think a prosecutor can do that, can they? You would be on whatever agency you're working for, or if you're working for the police department, it would be them. Detectives, I don't think, work for prosecutors. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9, wait. She doesn't mean DL6 SL9. Can't talk about that. Oh well. Just got some information about his case. I can't talk about that. Okay, that's fine. I might be able to, present this or something. Wait, how do I present a thing? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over yet. Not yet. Or isn't over, and not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? And there we go. No, there's not we go. Why? Present? What do you think about this? SL9 incident. It's written on that knife, yes. And on that note, yes. Goodman. Goodman was a head detective. The lead detective. Somebody, he was a detective. He worked on that case. He also worked on transferring the thing, and on that day he was killed. Okay, cool. As I suspected. It's not over. Can you tell us more? Can you say anything? No? Okay. Examine. Look, a door. It must mean something. That doesn't mean anything. The fact that there's just a door. Need to learn to enjoy life more. You're just messing around? Why are we doing this? A ladder. That's a step ladder. No, I want... Is there a way to use the spray bottle? Like... Oh, I can just... Okay. How much fluid do I have in this thing? I don't know, spray up the whole place. And there's more stuff to check. Okay, there has to be blood in the damn car, right? Slide. Okay, we just come back over here. I think all of this is the same. You can probably see quite a bit from up there. That probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw Miss Sky stab him. Where's the security guard anyways? Well, this is just something I heard. But apparently he went out to buy a coffee for Miss Star. A woman is a force to be reckoned with. So, this is the famous divider. It sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider. A chip off the old parking block. It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. So this is the famous oil drum. Well, no time like the present, I'll try to kick it over myself. You broke your foot. That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Sky must be one strong woman. Or she just didn't kick it over. This is where cars leave the lot. Looks more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. The theory of relativity. What? I'll write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright, maybe, you know, Mr. Relativity... Is Mr. Relativity German or British? Mr. Relativity, are you talking... Are you sure that was his name? Oi. It's like, they try to make her science-y, but it's like... They don't know what science is. I don't think she knows what science is. I don't think anybody who wrote her character knows what science is. That's where we found that note. SL9, 221. Case was due for transferal the day of the murder. Detective in charge was the victim. What kind of case? This DL9. SL9, not... Damn it. Oh, the DL case. The incident thing was anyways. Imagine if they're all linked. It's kind of hard to guess, just knowing the case number. The famous B-block fence. This is where the visitors park. So Miss Stark climbed over this fence. It seems so. That fence is 9 feet high at least. Well, no time like the present. I think I'll give it a little try. You're gonna break something. Yep. It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team, maybe. Beyond that, well, the car. As red as a sports car can get. It's pretty red, alright. Body was found in Edward's car trunk. And the lock on the trunk was broken too. The question is, why did Miss Sky choose this car? I'm guessing it's going to be a crime of opportunity? No, it can't be. This was all plotted. The lunch lady knew that Edgeworth was going to receive an award because she's dating half of everybody that's here. So she already knew that that was going to happen. And she knows the people that she wants to target in order to take them down. The chief prosecutor in Edgeworth. Because Edgeworth's known for falsifying testimonies and hiding evidence and all of that. And the chief prosecutor either is known for that or is caught up in that too. So she would know when Edgeworth was done. She planned to deliver a lunch to her boyfriend here. Meanwhile, if everybody was distracted with the award ceremony, she has enough time to sneak in to the records room, kill the guy, drag his body out of there into her food truck, drive the food truck here, just in time for Edgeworth to come back. Of course, she could have just been here the entire time, but alibi being, you know, she's a food delivery person. So, and she has a boyfriend here, so there's no suspicion of her truck like always being here around a certain time. So she waits, Edgeworth parks, he goes upstairs to his office. She then takes the body. No. She then drives around to A block. She already has her boyfriend's check-in badge or whatever, so she can get into this side. She gets into this side, stuffs the body in the trunk, breaks the lock, stuffs it in the trunk, closes it or something, drives back around to B block, and then she sets up some scenario. He's already dead. Case transferal is supposed to happen. She uses his cell phone or something like that to call Lana. Lana expects to meet him here. He's already dead, by this point, that sets up the scene to be able to take the picture and to be able to frame her for the murder. And of course, then you ninja yourself from the Outlook post, because you were overlooking the entire thing the entire time, waiting for this entire scene to play out. You come all the way around to B block side, you take your picture, you scale the fence and hop over, and apprehend her. That's what happened. I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Maybe it's about time I got my driver's license. And then A block. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are regulated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I don't know about that. And I think that's everything here. Can I still talk? No. Let's see where we could move to. The detention center might be useful, if she has anything to say. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. Okay, I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they had arrested a suspect at the in the police department murder? Let's come back later for one of the 2 people. Hold on, what does this description say when there's nobody here? This guard monitors a visitor's room. 1 murder at the prosecutor's office, 1 at the police department. He must be frozen with fear, thinking what he might be next. Don't scare the poor guy. He's unshakable. Let's go to criminal affairs. Gumshoes, are you here? Oh, everyone looks deadly serious here. Oh, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's parking lot. It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anybody wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Well, Gumshoes was still here. Anyway, go back to the police department. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, what? Here it is. You managed to get a pamphlet from the front desk that has the blueprint of the place? Is that possible? Like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Are we able to go? Can we just go? Is that a thing? Blue Badger. Why? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. He's fine, just don't worry about him. A patrolman is saluting the other guy. He's telling a joke or something like that and wiping away tears. Can I, this one? Can I check for blood? I was hoping, but I guess not. Because there's clearly a handprint on there. I'm wondering whose hand that is and if it's a bloody handprint that's been wiped away. What in the hell's a guard station? Criminal Affairs Department. Where are we? We're outside the precinct, right? Criminal Affairs is the other place. What's this guard? Okay, that's a new thing. Let's go there. Oh, look. Cowboy. This is his place, isn't it? Of course it is. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. Why is there a noose lying on the ground? A lasso? It's like anybody walks in this door, I yoink, and then they get hogtied. And why is there so many bottles of alcohol everywhere? According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. Sure seems that way. Oh. Oh? What's wrong? Cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. Can't handle the cacti? Stay out of the desert? What I want to know is, if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yeah. It's kind of quite obvious. Big Texas plate here. Saloon-style door here. Cactus number 1, cactus number 2, 3, 4, and 5. His outfit that he likes to wear. Alcohol, which shouldn't be here. Alcohol, which shouldn't be alcohol. Alcohol, all the alcohol. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of here. That would be super useful, actually. Can we do that? That would be amazing evidence. There's a security guard uniform hanging there. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. Leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What's that called again? A ponchi? A ponchui? A pinchy? I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Yipes, they sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Backstory time? Encased in cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. That got something. All of a sudden the sad music started playing. I was like, okay, time to delve into my sad backstory with my sister. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went through here, the cacti would fall all over, okay? I'd say it'd be more of a... A what? Yarg myself? Not that. Okay, this one. Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. Or someone. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. Sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. Well, I don't think we have, like, the access card or whatever. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need somebody's permission to go in there first. I mean, we technically do have someone's card. Technically. We can use it. I mean, you know, the ID card is right here. I could technically, you know, use this. How would I do this? How would I use that? The only option is to move. Unless I have to examine the right thing, and then I'll be able to do it. Or examine all of the things. But I don't think there's anything more to examine. Not every single one of the cactuses is a thing. Options, not options. Yeah, there's no present. If there was a present here, then I could present the card to the door. We'll have to move. No. Move back. Go back, go back. We forgot to check for blood. See, we can use this here. Just sucks that we can't use the, It'd be so much easier if the scene of the crime was just right here. Spray the cactus is just covered in blood, it's drenched. Spray every... Whoa, wait. Huh. I didn't expect that. Why is the tip of the cactus all bloodied like that? Oh, we got a reaction. There's clearly blood around the spines here. It was pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something. And planted their head right in these spines. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. Okay. Like, I don't know how specific I might need to be with this, so maybe I should be spamming it literally everywhere. Also, I don't think this hat is usable. If this is a realistic cactus with a whole bunch of spines, or just straight up a real cactus with a whole bunch of spines, then that would be in the hat. Okay, I think we're good here. Let's move to the police department entrance. I don't know if there's anything else I can do. Let's spray out here. Not that way. Need to spray. Okay, it won't let me out here. Yeah, there's nobody else to talk to, so... Guard station, criminal affairs? Criminal affairs wouldn't make any sense. Underground parking lot in case I missed more blood somewhere? Because I might have. Oh my god, there's blood on the phone. But this kind of makes sense if she did handle the body in any way, got blood on her hands, and then tried to dial the phone. Blood must be from when Lana. Oh, my sister isn't the murderer. Can we get, like, fingerprints from this? But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged? Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. Just keeps getting worse. Step ladder. Weird thing on the ground. Divider. Nothing on the doorknob. Nothing here. Almost out of reason or direction. I don't know if spraying on the floor would be useful. I'm surprised the car isn't reacting. It kind of makes sense for it to be reacting. Also kind of surprised the fence isn't reacting, but okay. Is there anything else that we can do? Hmm. Yeah, that's the same spot in the car, or that the car is right now. So... I don't know. The High Prosecutor's Office. Let's go there. Edgeworth, where are you? Well, this place is classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. He's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Not necessarily. We can spray for blood in here, right? Just in case, I don't know. Yeah, I could spray. Imagine if we find blood in here. Oh my god. Blood on this thing. Use it to beat somebody across the head. Blood on your clothes. Blood on your chair. Blood on your hands. Steel samurai. Blood on these flowers. On this tea set. Well, I mean, there's so many goddamn books. I don't know. Yeah, I don't expect it. Oh my god, there was. Wait. There's no way. There's no way there's blood on the floor right here. Oh my god. What is happening, Edgeworth? You have some splaining to do. Oh, it looks like some blood was dripped down here. Judging by the amount, my guess is from a nosebleed? Oh, okay, that's fine. It's not a lot. I thought it was like quite a significant amount. Nosebleed? Maybe it was his wrath. Mr. Edgeworth slapped somebody for their incompetence? Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Slap Gumshoe straight up across the face, imagine. Oh man. I doubt it though. I don't think Edgeworth would get violent with the poor man. Can we go back to the detention center? Could we? Hear me out. Oh yes we can. Oh yes we can. Don't mind me just spraying, looking for evidence. Just looking for a little bit of evidence all over the place. Evidence, 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 evidence. Don't breathe this. Evidence, evidence, evidence. Don't breathe at all. I'm so sorry, my sir. Okay. And I'm done. Good day. Good day to you. Move. Criminal Affairs Department. Did get spray in here. Did not. Wrong button. Did not get to spray in here. Spray. Oh yes. Now who's been naughty? Look how chunky that laptop is. There's blood on the mascot's hands, and I'm going to find it. Okay, let's be fair. There is no blood anywhere in here. Oh yeah, I forgot the floor. Floor is the most important place. Yeah, damn it. Police department entrance. I did spray all over here, right? Options, not options. Records. Just in case, though, I should spray all of you. I mean, you're staying very still right now. Well, I have expected there'd be some there with a broken off headpiece. I haven't gotten the opportunity to see this food truck yet. I don't want to go to Wright & Cole offices and start spraying there because we might find blood there. Because somebody was murdered right in there. Which is very unpleasant. Are you sure there ain't no more blood up in here? Oh, man. If only I knew how much there were per area. Let's go back to law offices. What to do? Well, where should we begin? No, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see, scientifically speaking, we should go to the police department, the evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Any ideas, perhaps? Poor Mr. Edgeworth, not poor Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a tough time. A worthy... with all those rumors? Worthy. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. Edgeworth's having a bad time. There was that business with him not reading the officer's report. And about the killing of the police department, right? Well, a lot occurred, I mean. The chief of police was right about that. But I can't help but think. Someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Maybe a lot of someone's. Probably a lot. Probably the majority. Being honest, you know. Unfortunately, Edgeworth will just have to deal with that. And, surpass it. Overcome it. Good luck, Edgeworth. Okay. Well, I'm glad there's no bloodstains up in here. But now I don't know what to do. Let's go to the detention center again. Maybe something's changed. Nothing's changed. Oh, man. Okay, we're gonna pause here and try to figure out where to go. Or what to even do, because there's no dialogue with anybody anymore. And I don't think there's anything else. Okay, so we're back. I'm going to try this. Watch. Wait. Present. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed in the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Okay, present. You take a look at this? Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. You didn't even look at it. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get the rich flavor like this. Did you drink the tea? You shouldn't have done that. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it. So there's a secret to their aroma. Exquisite. I think I'm smelling here is a waste of time. A body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in it was found in Edgeworth's car. I think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? Why, if I hadn't witnessed a crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? Exactly. This one, I already did this one. This one. Should you take a look at this? Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? Oh, come on, damn it. Isn't this your own picture? Oh no, this is just the parking lot layout. This is your picture, here it is. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards a chain-link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. Your lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time. Okay, now... That time. There we finally go. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We were nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I had ever handled. Oh, will you look at that? Everybody's present. This cowboy dude, for whatever reason, why are you dressed that way? Detective Goodman, you... I didn't get to see who was here. The police and prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it. So they didn't solve it? No, that wasn't solved, right? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Detective Gumshoes? Wait, could it be? Detective Jake Marshall. Oh, him. Oh, right. He did say something about something. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Well, Detective Marshall, as professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Hey, who's this person in the bottom corner? Jake was particularly determined. And when it was over, and he was demoted... However, I don't think I read that right. He hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Everybody's your boyfriend. Miss Star's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyways? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. Of course there is. So, rookie. Well, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. I don't want your lunches. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Receive... Officer Marshall, okay. I know where to find him, Miss Starr. Officer Marshall, is he your, Are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting past arrest, as it were, nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall, Well, let's go find him. No. Police entrance, right? He's here. This place is changed with, charged with frantic energy, as always. Please. Oh, what was that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. David Gumshoe? There's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from the Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. He has no time for despair. We've caught the criminal, now we just need evidence. The criminal, you mean... You heard about the stabbing at the police department evidence room, right, pal? Yes. On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect, and just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit this station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. It's for you? Oh wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Who? He ran off to the evidence room. Oh, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay. Can I go to the guard station now? I kind of want to go here. Okay, he's not here. Where's... Eh. Back home. Detention center. Okay, who's here? Is it Detective Marshall? Are you here for some reason? Was he arrested? That would be insane. Detective Marshall shows up here and we're like, oh, here's your steak lunch. Can you provide us with, like, information? Still, I do feel better about things a little bit. Or a little. No, it wasn't a bit there. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? I guess they did. Best not to go too far down the road right now. Things will just get confusing. Hello? What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against her. That's what I'd say. Who is talking? What? Ah, uh-oh. Hi, greetings, sir. Why are you here? Wait, I know who you are. This guy... I don't even remember his name. Excuse me, but is Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, that's who you are. So, you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You... Officer Meekins? You didn't, did you? What are you doing? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. Why do you still have that? Why did they let you keep that in here? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Yep. Officer Meekins arrested, first of all. You know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters here. Let us... Actually, let's examine. Let's see if our favorite guard has anything different to say. Seeing a fellow patrolman in here must make him worry about his own fate in life. No comments from the peanut gallery. I'm just out loud monologuing this man's every encounter. Anyway, we talk. The day of the crime. Can you not do that, please? Sir, I'm a patrolman with a general favor, sir. Sir? No, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. Then I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. What is happening to you? The heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? And that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Well, I have a feeling I know what happened to Meekins, but, maybe it's the same that happened to her? The bandage on his hand, I have a feeling, is an encounter with a cactus. And him blacking out is an encounter with a cactus. But for her, could it also be a cactus-related injury? And another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Well, first we'll talk about the victim. Watch this guy be one of the boyfriends of what's-her-name and she said all this. I still believe she's the one. I don't trust her. And I don't mean to pry, but are you the perpetrator? But you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir? Please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or a victim, sir, then label me the victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, I had to label him a stranger, or a total stranger. Then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Your bandaged hand? Oh, your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, I, don't remember. Don't you think you should confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened. When the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, Why did the detective point a knife at you? Did you kill him? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared. Oh, jeez. So, that is some story. There is another possibility to all this, but I think it's a little bit too convoluted to be the case, where Detective Goodman was actually killed by someone that we need to figure out who, but using his body in his death, both Lana and the lunch lady decided to try to stage a situation where they could get somebody to investigate everything that happened in the past and try to uncover exactly who did it this time and who did it in the past, because likely an innocent person was killed, believed to be the perpetrator, the one who killed somebody else in the previous case. And maybe their investigations, all three of them together, or maybe there was 4 people involved, Marshall as well, or 5 people involved, who knows. Their investigations weren't getting anywhere. So they set up Lana to take the fall in order to get more information and try to pursue this case even further and have more eyes on it. You have the detectives all looking into it because one of their own was killed. You have the police all looking into it because it was done at the police department. And you have all the lawyers on edge because the body was found, or another body, the same body, whoever's body, was found in the parking lot of their place. So it involves everybody. It gets everybody moving. And everybody looking into this previous case because it's connected. And you know it was going to be connected because you made sure all the breadcrumbs were laid out there to have it done that way. I don't know. That's a bit too convoluted. I don't know if Lana would be involved in it. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. She's doing it intentionally. Would that mean that they want both Edgeworth and Phoenix to be the ones to properly investigate this? Are they hoping that the police step up and start investigating properly? Are they hoping that other lawyers step in? Are they hoping that other detectives step in? Don't know. Either way, we've run out of things to talk about with you. Maybe we could present something. I don't know. This? Do you know anything about this? Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I'm really sorry. I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. Takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Would Meekins know about anything? Like, can I actually present him with literally anything that he would even know about or say anything about? I don't think so. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey. That's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's what? My head was blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. Better pry into this a little bit deeper. Okay. We got something from the damn card. I didn't expect that. I was just like, okay, we'll present the card and he might say, oh yeah, I remember that guy. He was there. Was he Detective Goodman? Yes, he was Detective Goodman. That's it. I honestly thought we had to go somewhere else. Okay, more details of the crime. Can you tell me what it is that you remember, what you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. That was why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sure, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leaped at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. Oh, sure. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Reason for arrest. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Well, let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim who he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. Correct. We need to rely on Meekins' remembering the person's face. And if it's the same face as on the ID card right now, or if it's somebody else's face. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still end up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? The videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me. It's on the tape. Or it's on tape. Okay. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I hand over my badge, I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene then. Let's go. None of these places, right? Criminal affairs, yeah, that's this place. We'll go to the underground parking lot first, then from here I think we can go to the police department entrance, and then to the guard station. And I need to get the evidence from you. I need it from you. Wait, why is this happening? Okay. Back to the entrance? Well, there's nothing here. Criminal Affairs Department, do you guys have the evidence? Gumshoes, are you here? Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. And it's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. Most likely, huh? We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. That Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Right-ho, my boy. How have you been? Swim much? Oh, ho, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? I don't know. Just, you have to do that with these, extra galactic beings. Well, I guess we just talk. I don't think there's anything to examine here. What a theme song this man has. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Wordy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? Doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? Yes, Von Karma. The top prosecutor or something like that. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fix it so he was caught for forging evidence. Oh wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why'd they do just about anything to restore their reputation? Like forging evidence and faking testimonies and stuff. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Wordy. What? Evidence room incident? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too. I mean, they're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? No, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much anyways. I assume it's a video. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff, secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the Chief of Detectives trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the Chief of Detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Okay. Well, I mean, there's a Goliath in the way. Can we present anything? What's this? What's this about? I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Oh, sorry, Righto. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find a guy who can't seem to sit still out there. I'm the busy one. I can't sit still. Does that mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. Well. I don't think there's anything else unless you want to talk about this case. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Nope. Okay. Do we move or can we not talk? Yeah, actually move. Let's go back to the entrance here and see if Gumshoe's... No, he's not. Guard station, Gumshoe's? Or anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? No? Where are we supposed to go? Underground parking lot? Is somebody here? More information? No? Okay. We're looking for quite a few people. My prosecutor's office. Anybody here? Nope. Edgeworth isn't back yet. Actually, back to the Criminal Affairs Department. Examine. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the Chief of Police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Detective Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on this is February 21st. You mean 2/21? Better make a note of that. Lost item report added to the court records. 2/21. Oh my god. To really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Yes, yes we should. Thank you for telling me that. And to the guard station. Is there finally somebody here? Please, no. Or do you mean the crime scene as in the parking lot? Criminal Affairs? No. No. Underground parking lot here. Why is there nobody? Where am I supposed to go? Edgeworth, you back? No, damn it. Okay, not this one. Well, it has to be here. This is the only other scene of the crime that exists. Technically. Examine. Like, is there anything else? I can't do anything if there's nobody here. Where's goddamn Gumshoe? Court record? Do I have anything I could show to anybody? Well, we got some information. Can we go back to the Criminal Affairs Department? Actually, can we present this? Bruce Goodman ID, not 9, it's actually 5. He forgot his own damn ID number? Lost item. Well, it would be nice if we had that. Can you take a look at this? Oh, sorry, right now. Ah, God damn it. Examine. Detective desks. It's the exact same thing. Can't necessarily do anything with it. Mumbling something else up. I know the killer. I used the cassette tape. I know the killer used the cassette tape. What a crappy trick. That gunshot was fake. This is good. No one will expect cassette tape in this day and age. Not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Okay. Why not? Okay, what do we do? I don't think we could present anything to this man. Because he's like, nope, I don't do that anymore. I don't look at evidence. I don't know what he does, actually, to be fair. Detention center, perhaps? Nope, that's just you. Actually, wait. Can we talk to you? Anything new? No. Just in case. Just in case. No, we need to present this one. Just in case. Okay, no idea. Where are we going? No, there's nothing here. Underground parking lot. The parking lot isn't gonna help. I don't think we can examine anything here. If we didn't find anything before, I don't know what would have changed. And this. Wanted posters. If you see this face, call 911. Okay, probably not that. I'm actually surprised there's nobody at the guard station. That seemed to be the next place to go. And I can't move further into this place here. Can I do anything with anything here? This is the only thing I can do. I can spray. And I did get a thing here. I mean, I kind of expected there to be more blood, but... I guess not. Like, none on the ground? The man was killed in there, right? Is there anything more to examine? Anything different? Okay, I guess we're gonna pause here real quick and try to figure out what to do next, and I'll come back once I figure that one out. Okay, we back. I ended up clicking on him again, and looky here. There's another option. I can't even believe this. I had no idea. I'm going all over the place, there's nobody to talk to, nothing to talk about. I should have just talked to him again and seen if... Either way, it's here. There's another option here. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Is that a yes? Now, Wright-o. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Wright-o, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead and investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show you, you never know until you ask. And for you here, you can borrow this. Hey. That's a detective's ID card, isn't it? It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Okay. Also, notice he's wearing gloves as well. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go investigate the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Okay, let's move. Finally. Okay, guard station, and... is it a court record, or...? No, I think just examine and we can go. Evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. The card reader is turned off, I see. Wait, is that the security guard thinking? What is that security guard thinking? I don't know, seal off the damn crime scene? Howdy, partners. Well, what's this made my Bambina skies so gray? Officer Marshall? Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw, that card you got on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what are you standing here for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us, hombres. Well, whatever. I know how to talk with you. Present with the lunch. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. Oh, what's this? What's wrong? Ballistic lunch? I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Oh, okay, ask anything. Okay, sure. It would be interesting if this entire time all her lunches meant something, and when she gives it to a certain person, they understand the meaning based on knowing what it's supposed to mean. Like, everybody's in on it. Or at least all her important people. He's willing to talk. Okay. Let us talk then. Guard station. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. I don't think it's a horse. There's no need for people here, anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Okay. Is this all an act from, like, a movie you saw just recently? Because you were dressed like this in a flashback from, like, I don't know, 5 years ago or something? I don't know how many years. 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago? It could be any number of years. I kind of like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Okay. Miss Starr told us something. She said you were a detective until 2 years ago. Right, 2 years ago is when it happened. I know that. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. You're in the wrong part of the United States, I think. You need to move. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyways? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyways, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Andrew was talking about the transferals too. So the security system. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Well, that's pretty bad. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steak. The easiest ones to understand here are the security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. Nothing happens on the tapes. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. Is a security guard, can you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Can we have that? Who is 7777? So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Yeah. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Okay, so the transferals? Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferals thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happened to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. See now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after the case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again, never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Okay, so I think we could wait. I think we could present something to get more information. Well, other than this being one of the numbers on the thing, is there anything else that had a numbers like that? No, I don't think there's anything else. It's just this. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this and that number. Officer Marshall, show us the ID card record again. And there it is. Look, the 4th number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when this incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. Asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. Oh, what did he do? That's the thing, he suddenly pointed a knife at me. Because this wasn't Detective Goodman. This was a man dressed as Detective Goodman. If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Okay, I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Ooh. Okay, let us move into the evidence room finally. Ooh, this is a long one. It's quiet. Too quiet. The investigation must be over here. There's like a goddamn fishing rod up in here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. What are you doing in here? What? What did you just do? I'm sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Okay. You heard this somehow? Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone 50 bucks? Oh, so that's what you're talking about? Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day? But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Scene of stabbing of detective. Can I look at that? What does that actually look like? Oh, it's just the layout of the place. Okay. Talk. Boss for a day? So Detective Gumshoe, you're the boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're a boss, or if you're the boss... But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? I'm my own underling. They were using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You'll have a locker in here too, Detective Gum. You have a locker in here too, don't you? Ah, of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open. Edgeworth? I'll always believe in Edgeworth no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now. They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess-up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case, the SL9. What about the DL6, DL9, DL3? The other case that he was all wrapped up in too. And that was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. But we'll eventually have to go see Edgeworth too, I guess. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. Whoa, what the hell was that? And why are there two just randomly open? Who's this? So the only locker we can open is our own. Or yours, Detective Gumshoe. Funny, they all look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handle is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, you get a shock? If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the lockers aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force who don't know the fingerprint locks. They don't know about the fingerprint locks. Okay, so that's important. This seems like a lot, like somebody broke in here, killed Detective Goodman to use his fingerprint to break open his locker, get something from his locker about that case and disappear with it, take his body from here all the way to the other place, stash it there and make it look like somebody else done it. This is a lot. Okay, take a look at this and tell me if you recognize any of these numbers. Take a look at this. Yeah, ID card record of the people who came in here the day of the stabbing. Oh, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the... Whoa, what? Oh, what is it? A second number. Not your ID number, is it, Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Huh. Updated, okay. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Hold on, now I need to check this. Okay. Well, for the case transferal. But at 4:20, somebody with all 7s shows up. It doesn't log them leaving, does it? Yes, it does. Then when did Edgeworth leave? Edgeworth never left, he's still in here. So 777 arrives, we don't ever see 777 leave. Edgeworth arrives 20 minutes later. I don't know if 77777 left before Edgeworth arrived, after Edgeworth arrived, or never. Then Mystery Person arrives at 4:50, 10 minutes after Edgeworth. Bruce Goodman arrives 24 minutes after that. Then Mystery Person returns again at the exact same time Goodman arrives. Huh. Interesting. Mystery Person be looking suspicious right here. Okay, so I want to use the spray. What is even this? Any of the lockers have blood? Anything else have blood? Nah. Okay. Then examined. There's something sticking out here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Oh yeah, just some silly evidence. We don't really use those anyways, you know. Sounds like the Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Well, we might as well. Wow, look, this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. A pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy got caught and was some sort of escape artist and he got away? Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. What, every single locker's a thing? Place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. Not just sure about the dreams. It won't open. Do you really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high-tech around here. Yeah, okay, that dealt with all of them. That's the door we just came in through. Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out. Ah, it doesn't scan people out. Wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power while we were inside. Let's hope he remembers we're in here. Oh, Detective Gumshoe's in here too, so... Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal polo. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of the case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Well, it feels like it was ages ago. I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. A cheap-looking box. Can't judge a person or machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Okay. So maybe in the future I'll actually be able to use that, and maybe even the fishing rod. Okay, wow. No clues here. There's clues. Okay, fine. Nothing, 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 something. Paints. What is saw and paint doing here? Ah, saw and paint. Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I notice there's blue and yellow paint here. It's a mascot paint. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the blue badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here in the evidence room? Someone left a glove here, but only one. Save the gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. Now that's evidence from the case, you know? The SL9, does it have a tag on it? Rubber glove added to court record. Well, immediately add to court record. What is these little things? Oh, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. A gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. It's apparently from the case. The case? SL9, pal. You see the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9. Of course, take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. Want to try putting it back together? Huh, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a toe of glue. Well, this piece looks like at the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Okay, okay. Wait, how do I move it? Can I move it close? Okay, hold on. It's supposed to go here, you're telling me, I'm guessing? So... this don't look right. Or can I rotate left and rotate right? Oh. Oh, I use these pieces just don't add anything. Maybe some pieces are missing? Let's try... maybe I'll give it another shot later. No, now! What? Do it now. Okay, okay, okay. Enough of that. Let's get to a closer look. Okay, so we start out with the first piece. What is Q? Q is this one. Q is to rotate U. R is to rotate you the other way. E is to combine, okay. This piece... I wanted to rotate this thing, but no. Okay, this piece... no. This piece... nah. This piece... no, I don't think so. Right? This wouldn't work. This one... well, this kind of works. That bit, a little bit down, maybe. We'll keep that one in mind. This one, nah. This one... I feel like this should be going this way somewhere, but not on this side. And then this one. Yeah, no. Has to be this one. Let's combine. There we go. Next piece. Don't think so. Don't think so. No, that looks like a top bit, like it would go this way. I mean, actually, this one does kind of almost look like it would fit. That, and then up this way and down, yeah. Just in case I want to check the rest of the pieces. No, nothing else seems to work good. It has to be you. Right, this one. Yeah, let's pop that in. Nope. Oh, was it not that one? Which one did I think it was? This one. This one's the one. Yeah. Just clicked on the damn wrong one. This is the one. This goes here. Next is you? No, that's too much of a chunk. It's you. Okay. This has to be one of the lid pieces, not you. You? Yeah. Oh, that one's easy. It is clearly this one, just like this. And then we only have 2 pieces left, so it's one or the other. What shape would you go in to fit there? Like this? Probably. Or like this. This makes more sense. And then the last piece, as is, I think. Yeah. And we are still missing a piece. But that's as much as we can do. Uh-huh. Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it does look like the most sensible, or stable kind of jar. It doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. Unless it's upside down. I don't know. Kind of understand how it got broken. The unstable jar added. Okay, last thing, I think? Second last thing. Look, this one's open, and the indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we close it. It's empty, they must have taken the contents elsewhere. Okay. And last thing, an important thing. Oh, what's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but it's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright. If there's other bloodstains left in this room, we should use the testing fluid to find out. Of course we should. Anyway, I've already used it on that side, so I can use it over here. That's not the testing fluid, this one is. Oh yeah, it's for sure blood, not paint. That's very pixelated. I knew it, and this is someone's right hand fingerprint. Handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker is mine. It's yours. Please. You have to help me. What if they come to take me away? Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. But you are the police. What, but you're a detective? Add it to court record? Oh well. There's a large amount of blood over there. Oh, seems like the scene of a crime right here. This must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. Well, a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman? Was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. This guy. I'm guessing that's it. I doubt there would be anything else. Oh, actually, there is something else. You put your handprint on that one intentionally to hide the fact that you were actually after this one, which you wiped properly. Why am I getting a reaction here? I mean, there's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh. I'd like to get some too. You're a detective, you should already have some. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Perfect. With that, I think we have everything. I can't believe this locker was also involved, but it makes sense. Okay, let's go back. Can we talk more? Nope. Present. We presented that. Oh, the floor plans. Where are the floor plans? Present? Let me say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Okay. Let us move. Is there anything to talk about? I don't think so. Actually, you are a detective. Would you happen to know any of the other numbers here? The sheriffs back in the Wild West don't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trust was their shooting hand. This is neither the Wild nor West here. But it's kind of two different things entirely. I guess so. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. This one? Okay, fine. What else could we use? See this? This is the victim's ID card. Oh, right. Well, this results in this, sure. But... okay, fine. I don't think there's any more we can get from him. If I can't figure out where to go next, then we're coming back straight to this man and we're showing him everything, and then we're going into Detective Gumshoe and showing him everything too. Let's go back to the entrance. And let's go to underground parking lot. And then to the High Prosecutor's office where Edgeworth is not here. Edgeworth, why? Talk. Okay. Detention center? Present? Do you by chance know any of these numbers? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Like, we need Edgeworth to confirm this. Criminal Affairs Department, actually. Let me pause for a second, though. Okay. Ooh, this is a long one. It's gonna be like a 2-hour recording. Oh, jeez. Oh, my poor throat. Okay, is there any way to present this? You. And the man who was here that I was kind of hoping to present a thing to isn't here anymore. Okay. Department entrance. Let's go to the underground parking lot real quick and see if we can present this to you, because you were a detective. Take a look at this. Yes. Said you wanted some hot tea? Oh, god damn it. Okay, fine. We're gonna pause and we're gonna use all the things on all the people and see what shakes loose. I hate. I absolutely hate. It turns out that you come all the way over here, you talk to this man, and present the things. Like I said before, if I couldn't figure out what to do, I'm gonna come back and show him everything. If you show him this, he starts saying stuff. Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from the case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Maybe. Let me see if he has any talk options now. Yes, the SL9 incident. Oh, that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder. A serial killing. A serial killing? Oh my god. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. So you're telling me they fudged evidence and they got the wrong person convicted and killed for this serial killing crime, and the actual serial killer is still out there and nobody cares? That's insane. It's Meekins. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago. I put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Whoops. Not this one, this one. Hey pal, look at the time. I've got to go immediately. Was there something you need to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give him my report for the day. The restaurant pamphlet? We need to go to this restaurant. Might help, you know? For a report? You mean the note written on the back of the flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Well, good luck with that. I should probably see what Edward has to say too. Yeah, we should. Okay, let us move back out, and then to the underground, and then all the way up. Okay, finally. No, what? There is no way. Why would you, of all people, serial killer, be here? It's this guy. If it's not Meekins, this is your serial killer. Ah, guess. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Of all people, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. I beg your leave, so long. Why? Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Huh? Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was he helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. We said that right in front of his face, didn't we? Oh, that's fine. Inquiry committee. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I heard them say that so many times. Well, ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Well, you shouldn't be investigating anyways. You're not a detective. You're a lawyer. The detectives and the police come to you after they've done all of their stuff and give you their findings. And then you put it all together and decide, you and the chief prosecutor and all of them, put it together and decide, is this enough evidence to go forward with the case? If not, they either keep investigating or they drop the charges on whoever they may have arrested. They let that person go and they keep investigating until they have enough that the prosecution is certain that they have a case here that they could take in front of a judge. And then the case, you know, the dates are set and everything's handled. I don't know how this world operates. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. You have plenty to be ashamed of. But still, well, I've never seen them this out of sorts. I have something to show you. A few somethings. This one, though. Alright, I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Oh, why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. He's the serial killer. Oh, I can't believe it. Everybody's a goddamn serial killer. I believe Edgeworth is fully innocent. He's just stupid. Other than that, everybody's fair game. To be fair, I don't believe the Texas dude did it. Those are the only few people that I'm like, okay, and not Gumshoes either. Gumshoes, Mr. Texan, and Edgeworth over here. Those are the only ones that I'm convinced are completely innocent in all of this. Everybody else is fair game, including the chief of police over here. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. Did he know something was about to happen? AI-16. Why is this connected to like every single case ever? What is happening anymore? If he caught wind of something possibly afoot, where he knew somebody was going to try to break into the evidence room and steal this particular piece of evidence for who knows what reason, then he's like, okay, Edgeworth, you go in, grab this, hide it here, and when the person goes to try to find it, they can't. So the bloody handprint on Gumshoe's locker is just a distraction. The handprint that was actually removed, but remnants still remain on the other locker, that's where that person went in and tried to steal this screwdriver. Why does that have to be a screwdriver? I don't know. It's the bellboy. The bellboy and the damn screwdriver. Either way, I don't know if this is actually where that's going. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if it was evidence already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case, yet. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. You're always wrong, so I'm not gonna listen to you. From the day I met you. Except for that one time. In class. Oh, 30 years ago or something. You were only right then. Every other time you've been wrong. In case you don't expect me here to discuss the case with you over tea. Pass on tea, just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edwards has told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on, anyway? My best evidence I could get some reaction out of him. Well, I kinda did. Is there more talking option? Oh, jeez. Yeah, but this... Okay, fine. I don't know, here, your damn trophy or whatever. The trophy has to do with the case too? We're doing all the options, so we might as well. Should I pause it and just do them? Or should I just... I'll just keep doing it this way, I don't know. Is this evidence too? Oh my god. Hold on. Let me present something from the previous case or whatever, this one. No, let me present it. Don't click stupid things. Please. Please, fingers. Cooperate. I know you. You've probably got a hold on some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. Edgeworth, cough up the beans. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You're the man who received the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Finally, talk, and allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in this case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why the deputy of chief of police was on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. If you kill the wrong person, not only is the blood of that murder on your hands, but the blood of the actual murderer and all of those victims are on your hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't. Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I did do anything in my power to win the trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science... Oh, yes, of course. Just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, huh? Well then, you might have use for this. Ooh, a fingerprint dusty. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know? I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. In truth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? He might find use for it, probably. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember a suspicious handprint somewhere. There's multiple suspicious handprints all over the place, actually. I don't think there's any in the underground. Yes, there is. Here's my Dusty. Can I do it? No, I want dust. Because whoever dialed this phone, it was probably what's her name, but... Here, a phone, let's see if it works. No, don't see if it works. We need to dust for prints. Okay, forget it, forget it. Let's go back, let's move. There's a few places that actually have fingerprints. One is here. Let me do the thing, please. Fingerprints. Well, actually, that's probably Detective What's-His-Name, Gumshoe. But still, I wanted to dust it anyways. Because it'd be fun to dust the damn badger. Try out the fingerprint dusty. Anyways, not that button. Back, move. There's only one real place where there's important fingerprints. And that's in the evidence room. Our investigation turned up suspicious handprint. Here, there's blood on the detective evidence locker. Use the secret weapon we just borrowed. There's technically another handprint elsewhere, but I guess this is the cleanest. Let's get started. First, a close finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have the left behind the clearest print. Well, the thumb would have for sure, and then this pointer finger. Can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay, fine. Fingy. Okay, and now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. I'm starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, you sprinkle the aluminum powder around. How do you do that? With enter, see? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. How do I do that? With E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. And if it does, it's not good for you. If you pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra, those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Guess I'd better give it a try. Can I blow? How thick do I have to thicken this? Ah, you did it. You found one. This looks nothing like a fingerprint. Oh, you mentioned it. I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck. The person who left this print must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. Alright, why don't we look at other prints? Other prints? Look at the locker door again closely. It seems there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Yes, there is. Right over here. See if we can find a clear print. How about this one? Yeah, it goes like all the way up in here. I didn't know the whole screen would be the damn print. Blue. That's clear. Maybe we need to do a little bit more. I mean, it's quite clear, but if we need to do just a bit more, I guess we have infinite powder, so I might as well. There we go. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Is it dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it right up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint. Not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point to the person you think left these prints. Ah, how am I supposed to know who it was? Match them up, I don't know. I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with the other case. So whose fingerprint would we most likely find on this evidence locker? The owner of the locker. Like, it would have to be, what's his name, Gumshoe. Comparison complete. Match found. Uh-huh. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You might roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yes, there was. Slide left. Right over here. Can I just go here? This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint here. Okay, I want to try using this. Alright, sparkling again. Let's check for prints. But I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only have finding using chemical means. Any prints that in that area will have been wiped away too. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyways, they must have used some method to get in the locker and you need a print to scan, so we must find prints where that weren't wiped away. Other than the one left by the bloody hand. Well, I mean right over here, probably. But beyond that, can I just put dust? Is that a thing I can just do? Or do I have to, like, select a print? Oh. Well, there might be something here, I don't know. Ooh. Would you look at them apples? There do be a print here that weren't wiped away. Boom. Okay, now who are you? What's like a defining feature of this one? There's like a little connection here between the little loopy-loopy. Where are we? You? No, you don't even have a loopy-loopy. You do have... This one looks kinda matching. Like, quite matching. Almost, though. Almost. Very matchy-matchy. Let's compare these two. Match found. Hey, these fingerprints. Hey, they... who's they? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood, and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain when he presumably just wasn't here and claimed to be elsewhere riding a horse down the street, down the highway. Why would Officer Marshall... Yeah, what is actually going on? There's no way Marshall could have dressed up as Goodman, pretending to be Goodman, and drew a knife on what's-his-name, Meekins. Is there two people involved in this? One person that stayed behind, and Marshall who drove the body over to the other place to put it there? Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. Now we have a ton of clues. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Yeah, neither do I, but he wasn't off the chopping block, I guess. So save our progress. Because Mr. Texas seemed like the last person who would have done something like this, but maybe? No, it doesn't make any sense. I think this is not him, somehow. But either way. Ooh, this episode's like a 2.5 hour one or something. Almost. We will leave this episode here. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll see everybody in the next episode.